Scarlets Way, Katie, Shane, thank you so much for your time. I have been non-creepily stalking you guys for a while, and I'm so thrilled to have you in here as part of this. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Awesome. Yeah. You've just released a single, I Can't Help It.
Yes.
Got that right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Cringe already if it wasn't. I love your sound. You have a very unique sound. Tell us about this single. Where did it come from? How and the process to go from conception to release?
So, wow, that was about 7 years ago.
This is also an interesting one to pick because this is the only song in our whole. Well, we had an EP and then we had a bunch of singles. Then we had an album, and then we've got this EP, and this is the only one that we've co-written amongst an extra person that isn't us.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so we started with just a guitar idea, and then that was in 2018, and then we went over to Nashville. Just to be there for a bit.
Of course.
Yeah,
love that.
get amongst it.
Yeah.
So we were there for about a month. Wow. And we co-wrote with a guy called Alex Sear. And it was a bit of a different experience. You know, we're not used to the, okay, here we go, we've got an hour and, you know, let's just like smash something out and then we stop. So by the end of it, usually we like a bit more time. So we're like, I don't know if we've got something completely. So it just kind of went to our voice notes.
Right.
And we went home, and then in 2023, we went on a tour across to the Nullarbor and came back across the Nullarbor, and instead of talking to each other, because there was 15 hours, it's like, okay, that's enough. We're going to look through our old voice notes, and we found a heap of half ideas and, you know, some cool choruses and verses, and that was one of them. And then that became one of the songs on the EP, finally, 7 years later.
It's kind of cool to talk to another artist actually about these questions because, you know, being a songwriter, I'm sure you understand. It's kind of the way we write is very much Katie wants it done in one sitting or the song doesn't exist. And I'm the kind of dude that would want to demo something a heap of times and see how it comes out. And so if a song gets relegated to voice notes, it's usually over. Like, I have to really fight to get that thing back out again. So the Nashville songwriting thing, like I said, we tried one co-write and, you know, I've openly say I don't know if it's for us because we kind of will take a song and it'll take its journey and then it'll get done and we'll be happy with it. But that's very much like, and go and we're done and there's your song.
Yeah, wow.
And like I said, we listened back to that and went, is it strong enough? Is it good enough? Is it us? Is it so many things? And then sort of shelved it and to come back to it later and go, actually, that's not a bad chorus idea and sort of went with it.
Yeah. You guys have got such a phenomenal sound and like great depth in the arrangements as well. Like, I don't know if this is like, I don't know, take it as you will, but like I just hear like Blues Brothers. Like I grew up in Blues Brothers, like these big bands, like just amazing artists that are on there, and like great blues with obviously like a little bit of like country and stuff in there as well. Like, what's like how do you kind of define like your genre and like how you write and create?
That was like, we're like a full melting pot when it comes to stuff that we love. So right at the beginning when we started this project, our first EP there was a Latin song, there was a Van Halen riff rock song, country pop, and then there was a song called Let the Devil In, which was more southern rock. And I think we felt quite comfortable in that, and that was where we took it from then on. But
it's funny. Genre is such an interesting word. I actually hate the fact that they exist, but because, like in my mind, you know, G, C, D, A minor, E minor doesn't have a style. It's just a chord. So when people say, "Oh, that's not country," or "That's not blues," or I'm like, man, like there's 12 notes in the world, and we're all using them. So you know, like I think people when they say that they notice the absence of a hat or a tractor, or they notice the absence of a bow tie. You know, so you know, for us, we like. I just like what an instrument sounds like in the room. So if you're listening to a Hammond player, if you're listening to a piano player or a guitarist, you know, that's kind of what makes it to our songs. There isn't a lot of editing. We're very much a live band. You know, so. So I kind of the style of the band takes its shape from that, I think.
Yeah. Okay. And this one always fascinates me too, right? So Empire, WA Country Music Award, what was it, like Best Alt Country Song Single, something like that, right? How do you set your expectations after taking out a gong like that?
Yeah, it's after so many releases, I think it's best to just not think that too much is going to happen with it. I mean, you're throwing, a pebble into a pond. So it's that was really exciting. But yeah, I don't know.
It's people ask me all the time, what's the goal? And that's a similar question. It's like, what do you expect from this song? And I think expecting too much is a surefire way to be disappointed or depressed. So, and I say this out loud for myself as well, everyone gets caught up in that. I wonder, are we going to get this or are we going to get that? And it just sort of breeds disappointment. And I think if you can celebrate the little things along the way, and awards are one of those things for me. I appreciate that people listen to it and like it, and that's awesome. But I get the same buzz from someone coming up to me at a gig and going, man, I listened to your song once, but it sounds great, this and that. It's like, oh, cool, someone liked it. The fact that the industry notices and dishes out an award, we appreciate it. That's cool. But I never really wanted to be the dude that hung my hat on that.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the industry does kind of work that way. And if you want a visa to the US or if you want this and that, those things count for a lot.
Right.
So if you're looking at, they want to see achievements, getting, West Australian group or whatever the year is an achievement. So it's cool and we love it. It's just, I need to keep reminding myself that if it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world,
Yeah. And I was going to go with that. Oh my God, Michael, come on, get yourself together. So speaking of WA Country Music Awards, you did take out 3 last year before?
Last year.
Last year, right. So group duo, album and alternate country song. Have you been able to leverage that? Have you noticed a difference since winning that in the gigs, the reactions, or what doors have opened up?
I think with bookings for shows, that helped a bit. Like you said, the industry, sees awards and then some things come floating in.
There was one particular gig. We got a gig with Casey Chambers for Coburn Sound. And it was a festival type gig where she was the headliner where we did the opening spot. And it was kind of an interesting call to get. And I said, where did you hear about us? And their answer was, we saw that you won West Australian Group of the Year. So to say that it doesn't count would be a lie. It definitely does. At the same time, we got to play main stage in Tamworth this year just gone, which is one of probably my favourite gigs that we've done as a group. And that was amazing to do a whole set up on that huge stage in Toyota Park. And it went really well. The band played well, and we've got a live album coming out from it. And you sort of finish that, and I was guilty of going, sweet, that was what's next? And you expect that that's going to open a million doors, and it hasn't to this point. I mean, it might. But it's a reminder of not getting caught up in it, I guess.
Yeah, I think just taking that experience for what it was like that was something we really worked towards for a long time, and we were pretty stoked we got up there. So that in itself was amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And speaking of amazing gigs, I like to do a little bit digging on people as I do, right? Boy Up Brook Rodeo, Gympie Muster, you guys have done some phenomenal shows. How do you pitch to that? I don't know, is it do you guys manage yourselves? Do you guys have booking agents? How do you get some of these phenomenal, and I certainly don't mean that in any sort of condescending, I'm fascinated by what artists present out there to how they get these shows.
Gympie was interesting because that was more of a word of mouth thing. So we had just started, I think that as a act, Scarlets Way, I think we started 2016. This was 2018.
17 was the first year.
So we had a marketing guy we were working with for Tamworth, our first year that we went. And he introduced us to a girl called Cindy who makes outfits.
Right.
And she made my outfit for one of the shows at Tamworth. And then she liked what she heard, and then she was chatting to someone that she knew at Gympie. And then my dad also did as well.
Perfect Storm as well.
Yeah.
There's another booker that plays drums in a band over in Tamworth, and I knew the guitar player, so I jumped up and had a jam with them. He was when the bookers for Gympie was talking to him, he's like, if you haven't heard of Scarlets Way, check them out. I don't book them, but they're worth listening to. So I think they heard the name from sort of 4 or 5 different spots.
And then so he ended up getting us into an emerging artist showcase, we played around the festival, and then we got back to. So we were at my dad's house, and we used his car. And if you've been to Gympie, it's like just a long dirt road. You don't know where you're going. It's like wrong turn. And on the trees, it's like, just keep going, keep going. So your car gets absolutely ruined with dirt. So we finished up playing some showcases around the festival. Amazing experience, was wicked. And we got back to my dad's house. We were just about to fly out or go see a football game or something. Dad got his car detailed. It was beautiful. And we got a call saying, hey guys, you've won the showcase.
Emerging Artist Award.
Emerging Artist Award.
Wow.
You get to play on main stage. And so I was like, hey, Dad.
Taking your car back.
Gonna go ruin your car again. Do you mind? But so that, and then we got to come back and play with our band the next year.
Wow.
So
The microphone's falling down.
oh,
Yes, don't want a droopy stand. Don't want that. With shows like that, do you prepare differently? Like, is it a different gig to like your own headline show?
I guess with set lists and what we're gonna, the flow of the set could be a bit different. We do think about that.
Yeah, when it's kind of a festival that you're playing alongside other people, if it's one stage and everyone's coming on after you, I think a lot about the song rep and stuff.
Right.
Australian music's an interesting spot where people like music, not just Australia, it's worldwide, but they like music they've heard before. So if you're an original act and you're going out there and you're going to do a set of 9 songs. We know a lot of covers. We do this for a living, so we're playing cover bands as well. And there are certain songs that we enjoy playing as a group because they're written or they're the style that we would like to write in and we sort of associate with. So, we include those, and I'm always sort of careful about picking a cover song that if there's a band on after us, that the last thing I want to do is kind of white ant their set by doing insert country banger here, chicken fried or whatever, and then this poor band, they could have written the best songs in the world, but it isn't chicken fried. So, that creeps into it a bit. Whereas if it's your own show and you're the only one playing, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's valid.
That's just my little personal hang up with it.
Yeah. I did do a muster once, and in the space of 6 hours, I heard like Wagon Wheel by 4 different acts, right? And granted, like it's a great bop, right? But I sort of thought there's some thought that probably could have gone into that.
Yeah. There was a little tally at Tamworth when we
on the
a
post
few years
office
ago now.
board.
Oh, was
there's
there?
like a blackboard, and they were tallying behind the bar how many times was it chicken fried and wagon wheel.
Yeah.
How many times they heard it at the festival.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was creeping up.
I could imagine. Yeah. And so you guys are doing Mandurah Country Music Festival this year.
Yeah.
Your first time on that?
Second.
Is it?
Yeah.
My research.
when was
I'm
it?
terrible.
When were we there last? It wasn't last year, the year before, maybe? Or?
Might have been 23.
23.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I must have missed you that.
I think we've been alternate
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
I took my boys to 2023 as a punter. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one that Shannon Knoll played after us and James Blundell and whatever year that was. I can't remember.
It must have been 23 because that wasn't 22 or 24. And
Yeah.
They've only been going for 4 years.
Yeah.
Deduction maths.
Yeah, exactly,
Yes. Brilliant. But that'd be cool. I love that they're bringing country music festivals, anyone that does live music and brings an opportunity to play live music, I think is great. But it's also a cracking lineup of local country music artists as well. And I think they've nailed it this time because I think in the past, I've been like one of the only WA artists on there. So what do you, silly loaded question, what do you try and get out of a festival?
To play live.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
That's what we ultimately love doing. Like we like the writing process and things like that, but nowhere near as much as we like getting up there with the band.
I think at my heart, I'm still just a guitar player. Like, obviously wrote the songs and stuff, but, getting up on stage and playing for people is like a massive highlight. So whatever chance we get to do that, we're right into. So festivals are great fun for that. And being over East so many times now, I think we started going to Tamworth in 2017, 16,
Yeah.
17.
Oh, wow.
And we've gone every year since. So we've met a lot of friends and stuff like that. So when, people come over, the touring acts and stuff, generally we'll know someone in the band or whatever, and we get to catch up with those guys. So that's always cool.
Yeah. Do you ever find logistical issues, because you've got a fair depth of personnel in your band, when you play, just physically getting the artists that you want for the opportunities that come up?
The musicians, you mean?
Yeah.
The logistic issues come from touring. Like that literally starts in April to plan for Tamworth the following January, and it's flights, accommodation, hire cars, trailers to carry gear, and APRA luggage, and that is the hardest thing. I'm lucky, or we're both lucky, that the guys we've got around us are really good friends, good players, and generally speaking, it's a fairly staple lineup of musicians. Our keyboard player's in the other room there. We're going to sack him soon, but
don't tell him.
obviously they haven't got the monitors on; they can't hear us. It's that makes it all worthwhile. I think it's a lot of legwork in this industry, and I really do feel for solo artists that are doing it themselves, especially if the pockets aren't deep enough to be able to book those kind of musicians you're talking about. I've seen a few guys get sort of crucified because they couldn't get the decent drummer or the decent bass player, and it falls in a hole. We're kind of lucky that, again, we were playing a cover band together and we earn our money that way. So we sort of, when it comes time to do an original thing, I think everyone's kind of on board, which is awesome.
How do you manage that balance between the cover gigs and the Scarlets Way project?
Yeah, that's
it's really hard in Perth, where it's kind of a very intimate scene and everyone kind of knows you. We had one of our followers from Tamworth message us and go, guys, someone's stolen your image and they're using it online. It's a band called Decoy, and I'm like, that's I know it's our face, but it's like, so we're not wearing any cowboy hats. But it's that did happen, but. I don't know. Anything that keeps me playing an instrument, I'm kind of happy. So I'm happy to do a few gigs a week and get paid, and I do enjoy that part of it. But it's a lot more rewarding, obviously, to get out there and play what you believe in and what the key is to try and realise which gig is which. And a few times we've been approached by venues going, can you do a Scarlets Way gig? And you're like, okay, is it a country music event? It's like, no, it's just a pub gig, and you're like, look, man, fell for that once, and it's the most awkward thing when you're trying to maintain your artist credibility, and people are saying, play Jessie's Girl, and you know how to play Jessie's Girl, so you're sitting there and going, oh, what do I do here?
I could really win these over.
I could win this crowd over and undermine our artistic integrity at the same time, or I can do the job of a cover band, which is demanding in its own way. And, which way do we approach this?
Do we dig our heels in or not?
And how funny I find, like, sometimes it takes like one, maybe not even a mistake, but one of those sorts of events where you learn, like, that's never going to happen again, right? Because I'm gonna clarify whatever it is I need to make sure that never repeats.
I think we really came to realise, I think it was like last year, we did a gig and we were like, that wasn't it. We obviously just didn't dig deep enough into what it was going to be. And then, we got to the end of the gig and we were like, no.
The hardest thing is the people that were there had fun because we kind of went in their direction, but we'd advertised it on the Scarlets Way page as being a Scarlets Way show. People had come out that had seen us before and wanted to see that, and we were left with, half of them and half of them, and it kind of,
How do you guys keep yourselves aligned with the direction? And this always fascinates me, like, when you've got, two key parts of a project that you two are aligned with where the band or the project is heading.
I think we're really open about what we think of each situation. I think we're lucky that we get along so well and we're so open about it, because there is so many moving parts,
Yeah, and we don't differ like very much on our views on the industry or songwriting. I mean, apart from the fact that you'd like a song to finish instantly and I want to keep workshopping.
And I want to hear music first and he wants lyrics.
That's an interesting one. But like we are sort of willing to try things a few different ways and get a result. And, again, if the band are behind you and have your back, it's very helpful because you can sort of say, hey, look, guys, this is the situation. I know it's not ideal, but can we do this? And if you've got that working relationship, that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
And album coming out next year, live album?
Yeah, we got that. So we had our main stage set at Tamworth recorded. So we're going to be releasing that at Tamworth.
That was a happy accident as well.
That was a happy accident.
We literally got this showcase gig in Tamworth on the main stage, and after being there for 8 years or whatever, that's, you know, it's tough to get on that stage. So we're really happy about it. And then we finished our set and everything went well. And then the event organizer came out and went, oh, you know, that was recorded, right? And I was like,
yes.
I didn't know what we were going to get. And, you know, and Kim that's in the room there, the keyboard player, is also an engineer. So
wow.
we're like, let's just get the files and see what happens. Like, could it be a stereo track and we just listen back to it? You
Yeah.
know? But it wasn't. It was a full multi-track with every, you know,
Wow.
and we sort of went, oh, well, you know, and it's funny mixing that. We've spent, you know, night after night in his studio going through that. And when you're looking at it with vision, you know, if you watch the set, vision hides a multitude of sins, right? Your mind can only process certain amount of things. So you're watching it going, oh, this seems pretty good, you know, and then if you take that vision away, you've just got the audio, and then you start to really focus on, so what did I play at that point? But it turned out great, and it got some decent sounds caught up there, and so I really have to learn the name of the production company that recorded the gig and say thank you. But that's due out in January. We'll release that. So
amazing.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. That's so exciting. I am so inspired by you guys. You guys are just doing some really cool stuff. You have such a cool sound. Everybody raves about you, and it's just so cool to be able to meet you guys and to be able to pick your brain about like what your experiences are and going through.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Are you going to do a song for us?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, we can play the new single.
Yes, play
A new single. Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
amazing. That's so cool. Thank you. And I can't wait to see what happens for the rest of you guys this year. I hope to catch you at Mandurah.
Yes.
I'll see you guys there. That'll be really cool.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having us,
cool.
man.
Yeah,
That's
thanks,
awesome.
man.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
It's midnight, I was thinking you'd stay. You touch me like we've only got today. Yeah. Your hands are slowly sliding down my waist. Dress is falling to the floor. Yeah, we've been here before. I can't help it. I can't help the things I do. Feel so selfish, 'cause I need so much from you. I'm so jealous about the way you walk away, over and over and over again. Addicted to something, I just can't quit. I can't help it, baby. I can't help but loving you. Oh no, I know it's on my mind, but I can't say. You're here and then you're gone, and that's okay. The night we have is surely worth the day. I could tell myself it's more. I could wish you knew for sure. I can't help it. I can't help the things I do. Feel so selfish, 'cause I need so much from you. I'm so jealous about the way you walk away, over and over and over again. Addicted to something, I just can't quit. I can't help it, baby. I can't help but loving you. I can't help it. I can't help the things I do. Feel so selfish, 'cause I need so much from you. And now I'm so jealous about the way you walk away, over and over and over again. I can't help it. I can't help the things I do. Feel so selfish, 'cause I need so much from you. I'm so jealous about the way you walk away, over and over and over again, over and over and over again, over and over and over again. Addicted to something, I just can't quit. I can't help it, baby, I can't help but love